Hurricane Dottie heads toward New England.
Okay, who's got duty this week?
The flickering neon sign of the 12th Precinct, a beacon of late-night absurdities and unexpected camaraderie, once illuminated our television screens, inviting us into the chaotic yet comforting world of Barney Miller. For many, the show remains a cherished memory, a half-hour dose of wry wit and human foibles that painted the everyday struggles of law enforcement with a uniquely comedic brush. We chuckled at Captain Miller's exasperated sighs, Fish's world-weary pronouncements, and Harris's literary aspirations amidst the daily grind of arrests and paperwork. The ensemble cast, a finely tuned orchestra of comedic talent, brought to life characters who felt both familiar and delightfully eccentric. But as the years have passed, the laughter echoing from that fictional precinct has taken on a different tone, tinged with the bittersweet awareness of time's relentless march. The faces that once brought us such consistent joy have, one by one, faded from our present, their stories concluding off-screen in ways often far removed from the lightheartedness they so expertly projected. Where are the men and women who inhabited the 12th Precinct now? Others found themselves navigating the unpredictable currents of Hollywood, facing typecasting, financial struggles, or the quiet obscurity that can often follow a beloved role. And for too many, exploring the lives and legacies of some of the key actors who made Barney Miller such an enduring and cherished part of our television landscape. Ron Glass, stepping into the shoes of Detective Ron Harris at the age of 30, brought an undeniable suave sophistication to the often disheveled world of the 12th Precinct. His Harris was a study in contrasts, a sharp-minded lawman with an eye for detail, yet also a dreamer, constantly toiling away at his unfinished novel. A symbol of aspirations that stretched beyond the confines of police work. As a black man navigating the social landscape of the 1970s, Glass imbued the character with a quiet dignity, layering subtle commentary on societal challenges beneath the witty banter and comedic situations. His performance was a masterclass in balancing emotional depth with understated humor. Roles that truly showcased his talent proved elusive, and he was frequently relegated to supporting parts, a frustrating experience for an actor of his caliber. This period of stalled career momentum led to financial anxieties, casting a shadow over the post-Barney Miller years, and leaving him disheartened by an industry that often overlooks even its most memorable talents. In his personal life, forever etched in the character of Detective Ron Harris, yet also a reminder of the silent pain and unfulfilled potential that can sometimes exist behind the most captivating on-screen personas. Steve Landesberg joined the comedic chaos of the 12th Precinct in 1975 at the age of 39 and breathed life into the character of Detective Sergeant Arthur Dietrich. Landesberg masterfully portrayed Dietrich's calm and analytical demeanor, a steady presence amidst the strong personalities that populated the squad room. His delivery is sharp. Beyond the brilliance he brought to the role of Dietrich, Landesberg's personal and professional journey was marked by its own set of challenges. Despite the undeniable talent he displayed on Barney Miller, he often found himself typecast in roles that echoed the intellectual and somewhat detached nature of Dietrich. Adding to these personal challenges, Landesberg privately battled colon cancer for several years. True to the quiet strength he often projected, he chose to keep his illness largely hidden from those around him. Ultimately, on December 20th, 2010, at the age of 74, Steve Landesberg passed away. His life story stands as a testament to a quiet resilience. A man who brought a unique and memorable character to life, while navigating his own personal struggles and the often unpredictable landscape of a career in acting. His passing left behind a sense of unfulfilled potential, a reminder of the talented individuals whose contributions resonate deeply, even as their own journeys face unforeseen hardships. Ron Carey stepped into the comedic fray of Barney Miller in 1976 at the age of 41, embodying the eager, yet perpetually overlooked Officer Carl Levitt. Levitt, often the shortest in stature and seemingly always striving for recognition, became a poignant source of both humor and quiet sadness within the precinct. Carey masterfully portrayed Levitt's relentless, often comical, attempts to prove his worth and gain the respect of his colleagues. Through his persistent efforts, despite constant setbacks, Carey transformed Levitt into a symbol of unwavering, if sometimes misguided, ambition, eliciting both laughter and a touch of empathy from the audience for his character's unfulfilled dreams. Carey often found himself confined to smaller, supporting roles throughout his career. He never quite achieved the level of stardom he likely hoped for, a reality that brought with it financial difficulties and a sense of being underappreciated within the demanding landscape of the entertainment industry. In his personal life, Carey shared a long marriage of 38 years with his wife, Sharon, a partnership that lasted until his passing. Sadly, they were unable to have children, a circumstance that added another layer of personal sorrow. The combined emotional toll of an often unstable career and the strains within his personal life ultimately took a heavy mental toll. In his later years, Carey suffered a severe stroke, which left him immobile. He passed away on January 16, 2007, at the age of 71, due to complications arising from a stroke. His life story serves as a poignant reminder of the ambition and heartbreak that can sometimes accompany a career in the arts, where talent and dedication don't always translate into the recognition and fulfillment one might hope for. Abe Vigoda, with his distinctive world-weary face and a career that finally found significant traction in his 50s, brought the unforgettable character of Detective Phil Fish to life in Barney Miller in 1974 at the age of 53. Fish, the perpetually grumpy, aging detective whose constant health complaints and dry, often cynical, outlook on life became a comedic cornerstone of the show, was made both lovable and deeply memorable by Vigoda's nuanced portrayal. His comedic timing and the understated delivery of Fish's often hilarious pronouncements contributed immeasurably to the show's unique charm and appeal. However, Vigoda's life off-camera was far from the steady success he found with Barney Miller. His career had been a long and often arduous journey, with his breakthrough only arriving relatively late in his professional life, thanks to his role as Sal Tessio in The Godfather. Following the success of Barney Miller, Vigoda often found himself typecast in roles that echoed the grumpy, older character he so brilliantly portrayed. This limited his opportunities and left him yearning for more diverse and challenging roles that could showcase the full range of his acting abilities. His personal life also presented its share of hardships. His first marriage to Sonia Gownan ended in divorce, and he faced the challenges of raising their daughter, Carol, as a single parent during what were undoubtedly difficult years. Later in life, he found companionship again in his second marriage to Beatrice Shy, a union that lasted until her passing in 1992. The years spent struggling for recognition in a demanding industry, the emotional toll of divorce and single fatherhood, and the profound emptiness that followed the loss of his second wife all shaped a life that, despite the comedic glory of Detective Fish, was also marked by significant personal challenges. Abe Vigoda passed away on January 26, 2016, at the remarkable age of 94 from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy that was a blend of on-screen comedic brilliance and the quiet sorrow of a life lived through considerable personal adversity. Gregory Sierra joined the ensemble of Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 38, injecting a vibrant and often fiery energy into the 12th Precinct as Detective Sergeant Chano Mingwale. Chano, a proud and passionate Puerto Rican officer, brought a different dynamic to the squad room. Sierra's portrayal was marked by an intense commitment to justice and a powerful articulation of the struggles faced by minority communities. His emotionally charged monologues and his unwavering sense of integrity often transformed the scenes he was in, adding layers of depth and authenticity to the show's comedic framework. However, the narrative of Gregory Sierra's life beyond the screen was often painted with considerably darker hues. Despite securing notable roles in other productions throughout his career, Sierra frequently found himself confined to stereotypical ethnic portrayals, a frustrating limitation that prevented his talent from truly breaking through the barriers of Hollywood's often narrow casting choices. Personal loss also cast a long shadow over Sierra's life. Early on, he endured the profound pain of losing loved ones, experiences that undoubtedly contributed to a resilience that defined him, but also left him with a deep-seated sense of loneliness. The persistent discrimination and the lack of truly diverse opportunities within the entertainment industry only amplified Sierra's feeling of marginalization. In his later years, he quietly battled cancer, a personal struggle largely kept out of the public eye. On January 4th, 2021, Gregory Sierra passed away at the age of 83. His legacy remains a complex tapestry, woven with the threads of a rich and undeniable talent, but also bearing the marks of wounds inflicted by an industry that often failed to fully recognize and embrace the depth of his abilities. Jack Sue, a veteran actor with a career spanning decades, brought a unique brand of laid-back humor to Barney Miller when he began playing Detective Sergeant Nick Yemana in 1975 at the age of 58. Yemana, known for his dry wit, understated observations, and the infamous, consistently terrible coffee he brewed for the precinct, became a beloved source of comic relief within the series. Sue's portrayal of Yemana was gentle and endearing, a calming presence that often diffused the tension in the squad room and carved out a distinct and memorable identity for the character. However, Jack Sue's real-life journey was marked by significant pain and a testament to his remarkable perseverance. During World War II, Sue, whose birth name was Goro Suzuki, was unjustly incarcerated in the Topaz internment camp in Utah, simply because of his Japanese ancestry. This traumatic experience left lasting psychological scars, a deep wound inflicted by prejudice and fear. Despite this profound adversity, Sue rose above the injustice, becoming one of the few recognized Asian American actors of his time. Yet, even with his success on Barney Miller, he continued to face the subtle and sometimes overt discrimination that was prevalent in the industry. Financial hardships also marked his career, a common struggle for many actors, even those in popular shows. In his personal life, Sue married John Starr in 1945, and together they raised 3 children. However, the societal pressures and the often unstable nature of his profession undoubtedly placed strains on his family life. Tragically, Jack Sue's health deteriorated due to esophageal cancer, a disease that was partly attributed to his smoking habit and the chronic stress he endured throughout his life. He passed away on January 11th, 1979, at the age of 61, during the height of Barney Miller's popularity. His legacy remains a complex one, his comedic contributions to a beloved television show forever etched in our memories, yet also shadowed by the harsh realities and injustices he faced throughout his life. James Gregory, a seasoned character actor known for his authoritative presence, took on the role of the old-fashioned and often cantankerous Inspector Frank Luger in Barney Miller in 1975. At the age of 64, Luger, the precinct's recurring superior officer, became a reliable source of comedic friction, often reminiscing about the good old days and clashing with the more modern sensibilities of the younger detectives. Gregory's portrayal created a character who was both irritating and ultimately endearing, adding a unique layer of humor and depth to the show's already rich ensemble cast. His interactions with Captain Miller, in particular, were often comedic gold, highlighting the generational and philosophical gaps within the precinct. However, behind the blustering exterior he so expertly projected on screen, James Gregory's life held its share of quiet sorrows. Despite a long and successful career that included numerous authoritative roles in both film and television, Gregory often found himself typecast, limiting his opportunities to fully explore the breadth of his acting range. This professional constraint while providing steady work, may have also led to a sense of unfulfilled artistic potential. In his personal life, Gregory shared a remarkably long marriage of 58 years with his wife and Milner. While their union was enduring, they did not have children, a circumstance that may have contributed to a sense of quiet solitude in his later years. Furthermore, the emotional scars of serving in World War II, a formative experience for many of his generation, likely added to an underlying emotional burden. As he aged, the isolation that can often accompany the later stages of life may have further contributed to this sense of quiet sorrow. James Gregory passed away of natural causes on September 16, 2002, at the age of 90 in Sedona, Arizona. His legacy remains a testament to his talent and his contribution to a beloved television show. Yet it is also tinged with the unspoken pain and the quiet battles that often remain hidden beneath a successful public persona. Stanley Brock, a character actor who often brought a gritty realism to his roles, joined the world of Barney Miller in 1975 at the age of 44. He portrayed various recurring characters, most notably Bruno Binder and Ari, the owner of the dimly lit club often frequented by the precinct's informants. Brock's portrayals were marked by a certain street-smart edge, imbuing these peripheral figures with a tangible sense of New York City life. His appearances, though sometimes brief, added a layer of authenticity and a touch of the city's underbelly to the otherwise contained environment of the 12th Precinct, enriching the show's vibrant backdrop. He had a knack for making seemingly ordinary characters feel distinctive and memorable. However, despite a long and consistent career that spanned both television and film, Stanley Brock largely remained a figure outside the central spotlight. He rarely escaped the confines of being a supporting actor, a reality that often leads to financial instability and a lingering feeling of being underappreciated within the competitive world of entertainment. While he contributed to numerous well-known projects, the lack of leading roles meant his talent may not have been as widely recognized as it deserved. In his later years, Brock faced serious health challenges, the specifics of which were largely kept private. Tragically, on January 25, 1991, at the age of 59, Stanley Brock passed away suddenly in Los Angeles, California, due to a heart attack. His life story serves as a reminder of the many talented character actors who contribute significantly to the fabric of our favorite shows and films, often without receiving the widespread acclaim that their work merits. Their presence adds depth and texture, even if their own journeys remain somewhat in the shadows. Jack DeLeon stepped into the lively atmosphere of Barney Miller in 1975, at the age of 51, bringing to life the vibrant and openly gay character of Marty Morrison. In a television landscape that was often hesitant to portray LGBTQ+ individuals with such openness and humanity, Marty stood out as a significant step forward. DeLeon's portrayal was infused with both humor and a genuine sense of humanity, making Marty a memorable and relatable figure who, episode by episode, subtly challenged audience perceptions and helped to soften existing prejudices through his interactions with the precinct regulars. Marty was not defined solely by his sexuality, but was a fully realized individual within the show's diverse tapestry. However, the narrative of Jack DeLeon's own life was painted in more muted tones, often marked by hardship. His professional career largely revolved around supporting roles, spanning television appearances and voice acting work. While he maintained a consistent presence in the industry, he never achieved a major breakthrough role that could have brought him wider recognition. This reality likely kept his talent confined to scattered opportunities, preventing him from fully showcasing his abilities on a larger stage. In his later years, DeLeon faced declining health, particularly struggling with heart and kidney disease. These chronic illnesses gradually took their toll. On October 16, 2006, at the age of 81, Jack DeLeon passed away due to complications arising from these underlying health issues. His legacy remains a significant one, not for widespread fame, but for his pioneering portrayal of an openly gay character on mainstream television, a contribution that helped pave the way for greater representation. Even if his own journey in the spotlight was less prominent. John Dooligan made his appearance in the world of Barney Miller in 1976, at the age of 46, taking on the recurring role of Ray Brewer. Brewer was a petty criminal, a familiar face often brought into the precinct for his various minor offenses. Dooligan imbued the character with a certain hapless charm, providing comic relief through Brewer's frequent, often misguided, encounters with the law. While a relatively minor character in the grand scheme of the show, Brewer served as a reflection of the struggles of individuals adrift in life, highlighting the human element within the show's depiction of law enforcement. Dooligan managed to breathe a relatable, if somewhat comical, life into a character who existed on the fringes of society. However, John Dooligan's own life journey was marked by a quieter set of personal battles. His acting career was largely confined to smaller roles in television, offering little in the way of financial security or widespread recognition. He dedicated himself to his craft, appearing in various projects, but never quite achieved the breakthrough that could have elevated his profile. In his personal life, Dooligan faced a significant health challenge in his later years. He silently battled lung cancer, a private struggle that he largely kept out of the public eye. Ultimately, on January 18, 2009, at the age of 78, John Dooligan passed away. His life story serves as a reminder of the many working actors who contribute to the fabric of television, often in smaller roles. Their dedication to their craft unfolding away from the glare of the main spotlight. His portrayal of Ray Brewer, though not a central figure, added to the rich tapestry of Barney Miller, a testament to his commitment to his profession. The enduring appeal of Barney Miller lies not just in its comedic brilliance, but in the humanity of its characters, brought to life by a remarkably talented ensemble cast. As we've explored the individual journeys of some of the key actors who populated the 12th precinct, a poignant truth emerges. The laughter they so readily evoked often masked personal struggles, professional disappointments, and the inevitable passage of time. Some, like Doris Roberts, achieved significant recognition beyond the show, their talent shining brightly in subsequent roles, cementing their place in television history. Others, like Ron Glass and Steve Landesberg, while leaving indelible marks on Barney Miller, faced the frustrating realities of an industry that didn't always offer opportunities commensurate with their abilities. Some, like Jack Sue, persevered through profound personal hardship, their contributions to the show all the more remarkable in light of their off-screen battles. And for others, like Stanley Brock, Jack DeLeon, and John Dooligan, their dedicated work in supporting roles, while crucial to the show's fabric, often went without widespread acclaim. The stories of these actors serve as a reminder of the complex and often unpredictable nature of a life in the arts. The bright lights of Hollywood can cast long shadows, and the joy performers bring to audiences may sometimes belie the personal challenges they face. While the fictional world of the 12th Precinct offered a comforting and humorous escape, the real lives of those who inhabited it were as varied and often as poignant as the human experiences the show itself subtly explored. Their collective talent created a television legacy that continues to bring laughter and fond memories to viewers, a testament to their enduring contributions, both on and off the screen. Thank you for joining us in remembering these remarkable individuals and the indelible mark they left on television history. We encourage you to share your own cherished memories of Barney Miller and these actors in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that delve into the fascinating lives and legacies of classic television stars.